What's good, Cardano fam, ADA gang? We have so many exciting updates to unpack today. And we have the legendary Steve O. Yes, Steve O talks about Cardano and crypto. In particular, Cardano we'll highlight towards the end of this video. So stick around for that. We'll react. So hit the subscribe, hit the like. Let's first breeze through the news. ADA NFT trading volume surpasses 1.6 million ADA this week. High decentralization is not the only advantage of Cardano, says Cardano Yoda. He's based, make sure you follow him. The next, of course, it's low predictable fees, no failed transactions, liquid staking, no hacks and MEVs, no account freezing and censorship for tokens, no network reboots, unchangeable monetary policy, fixed supply of ADA. These staples are what separates ADA from the rest. And there's many good projects, but I think Cardano will continue to be a dominant name, a staple name with the altcoins. Cardano will be able to process 5 blocks per second with Laos using the EUTXO. Those blocks are going to be filled with thousands of transactions on Cardano. Multiply that by the thousands of SBOs we have to help Laos, and boom, infinite layer 1 scaling only on Cardano. I don't know the exact number, guys, but consider hyper scalability around the corner, governance, the 1.56 billion ADA treasury, over 62% of ADA staking with liquid staking, might I add. So many reasons to be bullish on Cardano for the longer term. There's almost 20 Cardano dexes and growing, guys. So looking at these names, some new names here, some that I don't know yet, but MinSwap, SundaySwap, we've come a far way from 2021 when SundaySwap was, talk of the town, and now some new kids have entered the block. I welcome it. It's good because it will foster more innovation and more competition. So why not? And this is what DeFi is all about. I think Cardano really pushes like DeFi 2.0. Speaking of 2021, we still went to $3 and we didn't have any of these projects and more, right? Tap Tools, Dex Hunter, Intersect, Vesper, Snek. And so now we're really changing the game. And when we have other guys also taking a look at Cardano, as we saw with Phantom and other efforts that are not so popular right now, but they'll have their time to shine. Guys, I think we're going to be going catapulting. I think the moment for breakout is coming, but it's going to be like after Bitcoin starts to rally, I think beyond fall. Cardano mobile wallets, trading platforms, aggregators, and DeFi UX are like day and night compared to a couple years ago. Do a smooth in-wallet swap with Begin Wallet, Dex Hunter, routed to SundaySwap, and 15 seconds later, tokens are there. Please take a moment to appreciate the progress. So this is just, guys, showing that right now, things are quick and snappy and smooth, and the UX is day and night difference. So imagine with everything else around the corner, there's some great developers. Speaking of devs, next for Dex Hunter, Genius Yield integration, Saturn Swap integration, MinSwap v2, so much, right? Staking, interface upgrade, token hops, much more. A lot of exciting stuff coming to Cardano DeFi. Bitcoin was the first to use the Nakamoto consensus. Cardano uses the same consensus. And Ouroboros, Laos, and Paras overlay protocols fundamentally improve this consensus. Perhaps, guys, we'll revisit this because it can get very complicated. And as Cardano Yoda says, we can talk about the second generation of the Nakamoto consensus. Speaking of, right, blockchain success equals decentralization success. In principle, VC-funded projects cannot succeed. Decentralization is about production of blocks, initial coin distribution, governance. Cardano has the first 2 figured out, right? And soon we'll have number 3. And when we see here, of course, we know that Cardano has one of the most best spread when it comes to the initial allocations. We see things like governance. We see everything else that's going to send it, Cardano, to be the best for DeFi, which is good for compliance, especially. It's good for us, for ownership, for identity, for moving with the right grassroots approach, but it's also going to be bullish for compliance and regulation and all the legal hoops, right? What's to love about Cardano? It's decentralized as they get, says Mellon. This means people can do what they want, how they want, create things the way they want, work together or against one another, build anything they like, however many times they like, rally together for or against something, and so much more. That's the beauty of Cardano in a nutshell. I saw also this event, and it's so like it just reminds me of like smaller events. And this is from Patrick saying, presenting at today's Cardano Codex, and 50 to 60 people, no BS, in a tiny room, educating themselves about Cardano and what's possible. And it just kind of takes me back to like masterclass music producer days of like just chilling. You know, it's a little bit more it's a little bit more like not as much noise, you know what I'm saying? It's more quality and less quantity, and there's actually better conversations happening. It's more humanized, and there's not as much barriers, right? Because people are coming for a common theme. And I kind of like the smaller events personally. As someone who's gone to Consensus and all these big events, I'm not a big fan of the huge events. So I look forward to Futurist this year. If you guys are going to be in Toronto, hopefully I can see you at Futurist. And these small events are dope. I really like what Cardano's doing there. A 100 IQ take is institutions might prefer VC chains over Cardano because of better liquidity or commercial support. 130 IQ take is they will prefer Cardano as it meets all requirements they'd have for their own systems in terms of security, scalability, flexibility, reliability, and risk. This is what I'm talking about, guys. This is what I'm talking about. When I say that it's important that like institutions, governments, stuff like that, they don't want to deal with hacks. They don't want to deal with like weird IOU slip or tons of intermediaries. They want to have stuff that does have low predictable fees. That's like, they want to see stuff with unchangeable policy. They want to see stuff where it's like the network doesn't halt or spike in some weird way. So Cardano has been going with this narrative from the very beginning, but actually delivering on it, not like a big connect, you know? So before we go into Steve-O's video, what does Cardano need to grow its user base? We need a better mobile experience, and I agree. I think mobile is very important. It's not like we have a bad experience. We just have to probably do more efforts there. Roughly 60% of users in crypto use mobile, and 88% of users never return if they have a bad browsing experience. 25% of users abandon a platform after just one use. This is often due to a poor initial experience. This is true, right? Bouncing off, right? 80% of customers say the experience a company provides is as important as its products and services. And I agree, the user experience is ultra critical to the adoption of blockchain, especially with Cardano. And that's how we on-ramp more. So definitely we're gonna have to have more eyes on mobile, improve the user experience, do usability testing, do user research, and just deliver the best that we can. So thank you to TapTools for bringing that to attention. Now, drum roll please. This is excellent. I scrubbed through this, and at 55 minutes and 19 seconds, the conversation expands. And they had a little bit of conversation a little bit before this, so some context for Penguin Z, or however you pronounce his name, for Charlie, for Charles. He has a few years of experience. He got into crypto back in like 2016. This gentleman here, he got into it like 2016, 2017. Got into it in, out, lost some Bitcoin, lost the keys, and so on and so forth. And now we're going to hear about recent cycle and Cardano. So links to everything's in the description.
Charlie, are you big into crypto?
I was initially. Like in 2016, I kind of fell into crypto. Like a buddy of mine was like, you need to check out this Bitcoin thing. I was like, all right. So I did, and then got into like a couple other coins, like some real dog shit ones. Dropped it. 2021 hits. Crypto blows up. I'm like, shit, where's all my, my Bitcoin and everything from, 5 years ago?
Where was it?
In a wallet I couldn't access anymore.
Oh.
So I lost all that.
How many Bitcoin did you have?
I had 2. I had 2 in that wallet, which would have been real nice.
Yeah.
And then 2021 hits, and I'm like, I'm not doing this again. I had full-blown FOMO. I'm like, I'm getting into every shit coin. I'm getting into every big coin. I fucking got rug pulled like 6 times. I bought into something called Jin Doge, which rugged the next day. I got into something called, it was another one of those stupid dog ones, rugged the next day. And I'm like, I'm just going to keep doing it. Eventually, one of these won't rug. All of them rugged.
Really?
So 2022 hits, I'm like, I'm done with crypto. So I haven't touched it in 2 years now.
Man.
But because like I know there's video games being built on like
the blockchain. Yeah.
What is the difference of that versus whatever it's being built on now?
I think it's just marketing, really. Like they keep trying to go this angle of like, you can get a skin in our game here, and that skin will translate over to here, all through the blockchain. It's like, yeah, but we have that with Counter-Strike. Like, you can buy skins in Counter-Strike right now. You don't really need the blockchain. So I think it's just marketing. But I haven't seen a successful blockchain video game, so I guess I just don't even know what it looks like, to be fair.
I guess there's one a cornucopia on Cardano that's supposed to be good, and they just rebuilt Doom on Cardano. But I don't even know what the difference is. Like,
Probably nothing, right?
does it look the same? Is it everything's the same? Is that what? So I don't know. I was maybe hoping you could.
No, I have no clue on that, to be honest.
I heard that when AI turns the entire world properly upside down and you cannot trust anything that you see, that it's blockchain that's going to be the only way to verify the reality of a video that you've watched. And I don't understand how that works, but I'm dying to.
Yeah, like Cardano might be teaming up with every state to help with election fraud.
Oh, because of like that ledger that it keeps?
The ledger that it keeps, and they're also with the Dubai police that, like, for facial recognition, they're building facial recognitions for the Dubai police on the platform. So, like, I guess it's, I don't even understand it, but I know that it's like,
Bro, if nothing even came from that program, at least it landed in the mouths of Steve O. Like, of all podcasts, you know what I'm saying, guys?
safe and secure, and it's.
Are you going to be watching the presidential debate?
I sometimes do, because they can sometimes be pretty silly.
I think this one has a really...
But that's it, really. That's all that I heard from them regarding crypto. Now it segues into politics. There was a earlier moment where they discussed crypto also at 43.50, kind of a mix of machine learning and crypto. And Steve-O and his guests and whatnot, they're all positive towards like generative AI and whatnot. But towards the end, before going to this presidential conversation, name dropping Cardano, right? Games on Cardano, Doom on Cardano, and Cardano potentially being used. And then he kind of tossed it into Interpol and what Interpol was doing, Dubai pilot police program. So it's great, guys. Like, clearly Cardano's being discussed, right? I didn't hear any other blockchain being discussed on this podcast at all. Just like a lot of stuff that was like machine learning, AI. But what a beautiful podcast. Links to it is in the description, and there's timestamps to everything. So did you guys expect to hear Cardano on a podcast like this? This is July 2nd. No, not a lot of people know about this, but lo and behold, Cardano was being discussed on Steve-O's podcast with the popular streamer Penguins, or however he pronounced his name. So guys, that's it for the news. Very exciting day. Lots of stuff going on. We got Steve-O podcast talking about it. We got dippity dip prices. We got massive decentralization. We got innovative tech. And at these prices, G's keep jitting and paper hands keep paper handsing. So I'm just getting hungry at this point. You know what I'm saying? I just ate food, but I'm getting hungry for like buying some more. And this is within my buying window of like 24 cents to these cents. This is Black Friday special. I will watch to see, and I think that Q4 and beyond will be bullish for Bitcoin and the rest of the market. And remember, guys, we hit $3 with not a whole lot going on compared to now. So I think we'll smash through all-time high going into 2025. So guys, hit that subscribe, hit that like. Let me know what you guys think. And were you surprised to hear Cardano on the Steve-O podcast? Lo and behold. So I'll see you guys in the next Angry Crypto Show.